friends, it's Miss Allie. So today I'm going to read you a book. And this is a book that some of my friends have heard before and some maybe it's a new book. So this book is called The Puddle Pail. And the author of this story is Eliza Clevin. And she also drew the pictures. So she's the illustrator as well. So this story is about two crocodile brothers. Their names are Sol and Ernst. So one day Ernst and his big brother Sol are setting off for the beach and they're carrying their pails. But the brothers have different ideas about what to do with their pails. The older brother Sol didn't like Ernst's ideas. So Sol was being very bossy to his little brother, and he and Ernst had a fight about what they should do with their pails. So let's read the story and find out what happens. One bright morning after a storm, Ernst, a young blue crocodile, and his big brother Sol set off for the beach. They skipped through the wet grass and stamped through the mud, drumming on their shiny pails. "I'm going to fill my pail with shells," said Sol, who loved to collect things. "I'm going to fill my pail with sand and build a castle," said Ernst, who loved to make things. "Maybe I'll find some rocks too," said Sol, "all shapes and colors for my rock collection, and some feathers for my feather collection, and maybe some string." Sol bent down to pick up a rubber band. "Just the thing for my rubber band collection. You ought to start a collection, Ernst." "I don't know what to collect," said Ernst. "Collect something that you really like. Something that comes in all different sizes and colors and shapes. That way your collection will be interesting." So remember that a collection is a group of items that are alike, and you can gather them and store them together, and you save them for a really long time. Ernst watched the clouds make flower shapes and seahorse shapes in the windy sky. He watched a little snake cloud puff up into a dragon. He watched a rabbit cloud curl into a ball. "Clouds are interesting," he said. "I wish I could collect clouds." "Clouds," said Sol. "You can't collect clouds. Think of something else that you like." "Stars," said Ernst, imagining the sky at night. "I love to watch the stars." "But you can't collect stars either," said Sol. "They're too far away and too big and very, very hot." "They look so small and cold," said Ernst. "I wish I could collect stars." "I know," said Sol. "Starfishes. You could collect them." "I like starfishes in the ocean," said Ernst, "but I don't think I want to collect them." "Well," Sol suggested, "what about star-shaped cookies? You could collect star-shaped butter cookies with frosting, and star-shaped chocolate cookies with sprinkles, and star-shaped cherry cookies with toasted nuts." Ernst's mouth waters. "I wish I could collect a bunch of cookies right now in my stomach." Just then something caught Sol's eye, a bottle cap lying in a puddle. "Look at that sparkly bottle cap, Ernst. You could start a bottle cap collection." "It's pretty," said Ernst, "but I like the puddle it's in even more." "The puddle?" said Sol. "It looks like a little piece of sky on the ground." "You can't collect puddles," said Sol. "Yes, I can collect puddles," said Ernst. "They're not too far away or too big or too hot, and I don't want to eat them." Splish splash, Ernst scooped the puddle into his pail. "Ernst," said Sol, "you're not really going to start a puddle pail collection, are you?" "Yes," said Ernst, "I am." He scooped up a green puddle, round as a saucer. Splash! It joined the other puddle in the pail. Sol rolled his eyes. "Since you're going to stay here collecting puddles, I'll go down to the beach by myself and collect real things." "Puddles are real," thought Ernst as he searched for more things to collect. "Here's a purple puddle, a striped one, and a flowered one. Here's a puddle full of diamonds and a puddle full of squares." A puddle full of gumballs and a puddle full of brooms. A puddle like a wheel and a puddle with a pretzel in it. Slippery puddles, smooth puddles, lemony puddles, and cool puddles. Ernst sang a song as he scooped the puddles up. Splish splash, sang the puddles as they slid into the pail. Sol came back with his pail piled high. Look what I've got, Ernst. 12 seashells, 8 feathers, 19 little rocks, 3 clumps of seaweed, a marble, half a nutshell, and a plastic dinosaur without a head. I got a lot of puddles, said Ernst, all different sizes and colors and shapes. Sol peered into Ernst's pail. Your puddles have all run together. They look like a pail full of ordinary water. They're one big puddle now, said Ernst, an Ernst and Sol puddle. That's the weirdest collection I've ever heard of, Sol said. What can you do with a puddle? I'll think of something, said Ernst. I know, you can help me wash the sand off my new collection. You can wash your own collection, said Ernst. I'll think of something else to do with my puddle. Ernst set his puddle pail on the grass and sat down to swing. While he swung, his puddle slowly turned from gold to pink. Clouds swam in and out of it like fishes. When night fell, stars collected in the puddle pail and a little piece of the moon, too. Early the next morning, Ernst went out to check on his pail. A thirsty dog was drinking from it. You like my magic puddle soup? He asked. The dog wagged her tail and drank some more, leaving Ernst just enough water to paint some watercolor pictures. Ernst painted the dog, and he painted some clouds, and some stars and some puddles. Sol came by with his pail filled with flowers and acorns and leaves. I started some new collections, he said. What have you got there, Ernst? A dog, said Ernst, and a painting collection. Ooh, what a collection, he said, with clouds and stars and everything. I used part of my puddle collection to make it, Ernst said. The dog drank the other part. Ernst petted the dog. He looked at the clouds and the stars and the puddles shining on the grass. He felt proud and happy, and hungry too, since he hadn't eaten breakfast yet. Let's go collect blackberries, he said, from the bushes down the road. Good idea, said Sol. Maybe he will find some pennies on the way and some pine cones and gum wrappers. Maybe some shadows too, said Ernst. Shadows, said Sol. You can't. Yes, I can collect shadows, said Ernst. He cried. He caught one of them in a second for his pail. So remember that a shadow is a dark area caused by an object that's blocking the light. That's how we make a shadow. And when it fluttered off, he and Sol filled their pails and themselves with sweet, juicy blackberries. So Sol and Ernst had a lot of ideas for collections. Maybe you guys have collections at your house. If you want, you can send me a picture or a video of something that you have at your house for a collection. Maybe you want to collect shadows like Ernst tried, or maybe you want to try puddles. His puddles were really cool because he could see his reflection in his puddle. He could see an image of himself because the puddle is shiny and he can see himself in it. That's his reflection. So I hope you enjoyed our story today. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.